I just scored big time. I was just driving down the road here and I saw a dump right across from this little house. Wow, the beavers are really filling it in here. I saw a dump right across from this little house that looks like it probably used to be a deer camp long ago. So I just knocked on the door, and it turns out it's the old dump from the inn that I've been trying to find the dump from, and it's way off down this side road. I'm kind of surprised it's as far away as it is. I mean, we're talking like a mile from the actual inn. I can't believe they were trucking their trash that far away, but I'm excited. I'm gonna go home, get my digging gear, and go back and start digging it. Well, here's the dump I saw from the road, which is right there. A lot of cans right on top. I see some beer bottles. Excited to get into it. There are a ton of beer cans here. I don't see any cone tops on top of the dump, but once you dig in, you might find some. Actually, that's probably an oil. That's pretty big for a beer. No, that's a big Irish cream ale. The bottom's busted out of it, but that's a big Irish cream ale cone top right there. Okay, good. There are cone tops in this dump. That's a great start. I see some cobalt glass in there. It's intact. Nice little Noxzema. It's a nice little find. That was a big milk jar. I would like to find some nice half pints or pints from dairies. A local dairy would be great. That's older glass there. There's a Texaco motor oil can. It's a little worse for the wear though. There's kind of a cool looking bottle there. A Real Gold 2006 Real Gold 12 ounces 5A quality product. A little different. Oops. This way, I think. IQ thing. That's cool. Set that aside. Just a little amber jar there with a Bakelite top on it. Just pulled this bucket out and dumped it, and inside there's an applied label 7-Up. The label's not in the best condition, but I'll set that aside. There's a big broken shard from an embossed whiskey. Had a couple stags and a fox on it and a cross. That would have been a really cool one to have found whole. There's another big broken milk bottle there. There's got to be a local dairy milk in here somewhere. Just moving over a little bit, and I was just making a spot to kneel down, and I can see an applied label. Is that turpentine or something? Yep, turpentine. Label's in pretty good shape though. Alright, we'll set that to the side, that's cool. Here's another applied soda. Kissed Beverage. Chicago, Illinois. I'll take it. I like an applied label. Well, there's an embossed mason jar. Brookway Clearview. I think I've got an intact Coke. The bottom's gone. God, my luck with Cokes is so bad. I wonder if the bottom's in there so I could see where it was from. Well, the bottle seemed to be deeper over here, and there's a nice Moxie. Nice intact Moxie bottle. Just like the one I found down the road. Same age, 1925 to 1930 right there. Great find. That's a keeper. And that was a bit deeper than what I was scratching through over there. There's a Certo. These are fairly common, but I always like digging them. I like the upside down embossing on it. Cool. Look at that. That's an old toy Jeep. I'm gonna carry that out. That's a really cool find. There's a plain whiskey there. And I think, oh, it's got some embossing on it. Father John's Medicine. Oh, that's a big medicine bottle. Alright, that's cool. Here's some sort of a liquor bottle that would have had a Bakelite screw top on it, and it's got a rose seal on it. It's kind of cool. Here's the first little milk glass jar. Still with its lid. Take that. Another little amber medicine bottle with a Bakelite top. Would have had a little dropper nozzle on it. Little tiny bottle. Smooth spots again. Scratching the leaves back. And there's a tiny little medicine bottle there. That is a fantastic tiny little bottle. Right under the leaves was this candlestick holder too. Cut glass candlestick holder, perfectly intact. That's a neat find. That's a good one. Set that right there. And we got a license plate. Boy, it's toasty. It's missing the corner that the year would be on. There's another partial plate from the same car. And we've got a date, 1948, which seems about right for the top layer of trash here. And there's another matching candlestick holder. There's an embossed liquor bottle there. It's a Sphinx with an H on a shield and a crown. Hubline since 1875. Cool. Take that. Never say no to a good embossed bottle. There's another little milk glass with the lid too, which is in really good shape. Luster cream shampoo with lanolin. Cool. Good find. We've got a cobalt sticking out and it's intact. Slick, no embossing, but I'll never say no to a blue bottle. A couple more tiny little medicine bottles. Here's another milk glass jar with a lid. And another little milk glass cold cream. And more milk glass. With the lid still on. Well, I'm normally not a fan of just jars, food jars, but that would have been a cool one to bring home. Kingfish fancy imported herring. And I see New York on there. That would have been cool, but broken. There's another cobalt in there. And it's intact. Sweet. I love that color so much. Oh man, I hope this is intact. I think this is a bucket list find. I think it's a cobalt poison bottle. I can feel ribbing all the way around it. Oh my god, it is. Oh, bucket lister. 1900s cobalt poison bottle. Holy smokes. That is the find of the day. That beats the Moxie. For sure. That's where the label was. Oh, that is a fantastic cobalt poison. Oh my god, I can't believe it's intact. There's so much broken stuff in here. Fantastic. That's great. I can see a milk glass jar over here. And that can there has some label on it. Trashed. There is a tiny little medicine bottle right there. Just a tiny little screw top. Oh, another broken Coke. My bad luck continues with them. No intact Cokes for me. Boy, the center of this pit is really broken up. There's quite a bit of intact stuff around the edges, but once you get in here, it is just absolutely crushed. Here's another Coke. Will this one be intact? Oh, it is. Is it going to be old enough to have a location? Yeah, Pittsfield, Mass. I'll take it. Nice Pittsfield, Massachusetts Coke bottle. It's a little banged up, but there's no major cracks or chips in it. Happy with that. It's not a Rutland Coke, but it's still a New England one. There's a really tiny little screw top inkwell. I'll take an inkwell even if it's not an old one. Nice little find. There's an applied label soda. New grape soda. Imitation grape flavor. Yeah, I'll take an applied label. And there is another one right under the first. Another new grape soda. Another milk glass. Nice and intact. Well, that doesn't look like much. Just some chemical bottle, but we've got a New England location on the bottom. It's the Stanley Home Products Incorporated, Westfield, Massachusetts. A perfectly intact china bowl. Shinago, China, West Castle, Pennsylvania. But the cool thing about it is it's got this little seal. Veterans Administration, 1930. That's a cool find. I like that. That's coming home. Well, I finally found an intact milk jar, but it's just a plain Duraglass, not a local dairy. There's another nice milk glass, and that's trashed, but that had a pretty nice label on it. Well, I'm done for the day. That dump is pretty extensive, and in the middle of it, it's many feet deep. I never got into anything older than like 1930. You know, that Moxie bottle is 1925 to 1930, and then that Veterans China Bowl was dated 1930. So that's about as far back as I got. But if I were to get down, 3 feet through the middle of that dump, 4 feet, 5 feet, there might be some really old stuff under there. But the finds of the day, that Pittsfield, Pittsfield, Massachusetts Coke bottle, that cobalt poison. Been looking for one of those for a while. The big cone top, the Moxie, that China Bowl, all great finds. I'm pretty happy with what I was able to pull out despite the age of the dump. And there's a lot more to go through. So I'll be back again at some point.